Lights, sound, camera, action.
Hi everyone, I welcome you all to Athena Leadership Talks, a podcast where we'll talk about executive search, industrial trends, generic office talks, and whatever you guys want to talk about. So I'm Anuvrat Arya, Research Associate at Athena Executive Search and Consulting, and these are my colleagues.
I'm Aisha. I'm working at Athena as a senior research associate, and I've been here for the past year and a half.
Hi, I am Tanpreet Singh, currently working as a research associate at Athena in the operations department.
Today we are going to talk about a very interesting topic, that is transition from college life to corporate life. Personally, my college life has been very interesting. From lockdown to the end and finally giving exams, that was the boring part. But overall it was good. What about you, Aisha?
So for me, my experience moving from college to the corporate life has been a little different. I started college in the offline model and then it moved to an online model. And for me personally, college was supposed to be the place where I would hone my interpersonal skills a little bit. But thanks to the lockdown, that didn't happen. So when I was thrown into the corporate world, I was caught a little bit off guard. But moving into the corporate world, I have had the chance to interact with clients, interact with various candidates at different designations. So that has helped me a lot with my confidence.
So being the batch of 2019, I think we were not able to learn a lot in the college area, just because we were the only batch who had exams in the first semester and in the last semester.
We hardly had any college life.
We hardly had any college life.
For the two of you, you started as interns and then you moved on to full-time employees. So what was that experience like?
My experience was very great. Actually, during the lockdown, everyone was very depressed, and actually, lockdown wasn't very good for me. But when I got a chance to intern, it really changed me as a person, because I got to know about corporate. How do you do things in corporate life, and what is the difference? As in, when we are in college, we have this thing now that there's a big word, corporate life. So that was really different. And interning with Athena, I don't think it was like there's this huge like pomp and show regarding that you have to do this and that, you have to be very conscious and careful. I think it's over exaggerated to a bit, because my internship was very fun. I got to learn a lot of things. I got to be a part of a lot of crucial assignments and projects, which I'm very glad to give my input to.
So I think my corporate life has been very, it will be rising now, because when I was doing the internship, I still remember when I was coming to the office for the first day, my mother served me dahi and chini to send me, so that that you all have the blessings and everything, because you're starting something new. But I think when I came to the office, I think the work culture has been very informal. By informal, I mean supportive and very employee centric. So I think in that aspect, I thought that I want to pursue my career here as a full-time employee.
Actually, I'm going to be very honest here. I used to love the fun Fridays. That was the best part of my internship.
That's
I used
the
to
best
wait
part.
for Fridays, because we used to have outings, we used to have a lot of fun in office. So
I
Fridays,
think that's why we have the most population coming on Friday.
Friday, exactly.
Our office is completely full on Fridays. Another thing I feel people don't talk about enough is the huge change and shift in lifestyle that at least I experienced when I moved from college to work. Especially because my college was online, I feel like I moved from a very unstructured environment to something that was more structured, that made my routine much better by default.
In college, we used to be very carefree. We are still carefree, Tanpreet and I would say that. But that change that we have to be responsible is, I think that is the real change that comes into.
In my opinion, the change comes in thoughts. Like in college, you had a different mindset and mentality, but like coming in corporate, you are more towards you're thinking about a career growth and everything. So I think that transition in thought also comes place. You're able to think more about yourself, that what you want to pursue in your future. This has been the major change in my in my opinion.
You start to becoming responsible. This is what I feel.
In university, I feel like you're only accountable for your own path. But once you move to working with other people, you're accountable for your teammates, the people working under you, the people that are leading projects. So there's a huge shift in responsibility when you start.
if we're talking about the responsibility, we should be talking about our first salary also. Like
Yeah.
when it comes, we have to think what do we have to do, but till the time we think it, almost it's done.
I don't think I saved anything
Anything.
from my first salary. But yeah, that's another thing that
Yeah.
gets added is financial
Added
responsibility. What do you do with the money? Are you supposed to invest it? Are you supposed to spend it? Are you supposed to send it to your parents?
The word budgeting makes sense now.
I think for me, I wanted to gain a little bit more experience in interacting with other people, and I also wanted to figure out what exactly I want to do or absolutely don't want to do before I pursue something ahead. So I needed a few years to figure that out, and I'm still figuring that out.
Actually, I tried getting into an MBA college also, but ultimately I realized that I didn't want it because my friends were doing. So there was a lot of craze that okay, you have to do that in the third year, you have to get into a MBA college. But when I got to know that okay, work ethics is important, and I didn't want that. I was doing that just for the sake of it, as in everybody is doing, so I should also do that. And I think that's not the way you should do it. So I got to know that okay, work ethics is important, and learning those skills which are essential before an MBA are important. So after that, I got an internship here, and the rest is history.
I think my advice would be to learn and then earn.
That's good. Yeah. I think for me, it would be not to get pressurized by external factors just because other people are pursuing higher education or working in a particular field. I don't think you should particularly get stressed or pressured to do what they are doing. I think you need to take your time, figure out what exactly it is that you want to do, and even if you don't, that's okay. It's good to take internships, explore other opportunities, figure out what it is that makes you happy and what you would like to pursue as a career, because if you don't have fun doing what you're doing, then there's no point in earning money.
My advice would be to have confidence, because people really do make a big deal about doing a job and the corporate world. There are notions that you'll be judged for each and everything. But I think you should take it very lightly. You should have confidence in yourself that okay, I am good enough. That's why I got a job here. So you should be confident in each and everything that you do.
I think there are a lot of stereotypes about the corporate world again, which luckily are not met over here. And there were a lot of things in my head on my first day of work or the first day I joined offline. And I feel like if you stress about that too much or if you overthink about that too much, then that will at the end of the day impact your confidence, impact your performance. So just take it as how it comes, I guess.
One more thing I would like to add is that I feel that we are the most confused generation.
Definitely.
By confused, I mean that we don't know what do we have to do in future. So I think coming and talking towards our seniors is one more thing that we can do, because they know, they have been in the industry and even in the corporate for like many years. So I think their guidance is what we can think about.
Innovating and taking everybody's guidance very seriously and improving based on that is what is needed. And I think innovation should be there, like we do innovation. Every Friday we brainstorm ideas, that all the unconventional ideas that nobody is talking about or what we feel is right and we should do. So these kind of things, actually we are freshers, as in we recently graduated, and we need these kind of initiatives because we need to prove ourselves. We need these initiatives to prove to people that okay, we are creative, we can bring a change to the organization.
Yeah, and whichever organization you join, no matter what industry or what field they're in, I feel like you should bring in something to that organization that's your own, that you have implemented, that you have worked on, so that even when you leave, you have like a legacy to pass on.
Exactly, and I remember the day when we started that impact project of ours. Tanpreet and me and all other colleagues were like just brainstorming and we were joking and laughing, and from that like Tanpreet came up with an idea, impact deck, and that is the real project that we are working on. So sometimes when you are brainstorming ideas, you might think that they are not very good and they are stupid ideas, but when you discuss them with people, you actually get to know that okay, these ideas make sense and you can work on them.
For me personally, I think over preparing is something that doesn't work for me. If you are someone that's not as confident when it comes to giving interviews or public speaking, my advice would be something that works for me is not to prepare for it too much, not to overthink it. Of course, know your facts and know what you're talking about. Be confident in whatever it is you're speaking, but don't think about it too much in the sense that it will make you fumble and it will make you feel bad when you don't go over all the points that you prepared for in your head.
I can't agree more with this because I've tried doing the fake thing and ratifying everything and mugging up things, but that didn't work for me. The natural flow with which you work and with which you speak is the best for you, I think. And my mentors also told me, and my seniors also told me in Athena, that it is best to go with a natural flow that you have. Mugging up things and having a fake accent never works.
I think it is good to be taking things easy and slow. Once you're able to take things easy and slow, I think you'll see how you're able to achieve more things.
For a fact, I know Tanpreet loves online working.
Yeah. I think there should be some flexibility given when it comes to working remotely or working from the office. But it goes without a doubt that working in an environment where everyone around you is working towards the same thing, brainstorming, discussing certain things, I feel like that adds a certain level of professionalism or a certain, it's just more efficient than working online, coordinating on everything online. So for me personally, working offline is something I'd rather do.
I think it's because Aisha misses the gossip.
Office gossips.
Of course, office gossip is a big part of it.
So I think I have been working in a hybrid model now. I've been coming to office like 3 days and 2 days I'm working at my home. So I feel that working in a hybrid model is also a good thing because you get the balance as well because you're traveling a 1.5 hour travel. So I think it helps you to balance as well. But if you're an efficient employee, which I feel I am, I feel that you would be able to deliver in an online work as well.
That's true.
I feel that coming to office is necessary because you miss out on a lot of things. Gossips is one of them. And you need to socialize a lot. And I personally love socializing with people and asking them questions like how their day went. So that is what I love, and I love to come to office because working from home seems very dull and monotonous to me.
And I always thought that I'd prefer working from home much better than working from an office just because I don't like interacting with people that much. But it was pretty surprising to me when I myself want to come to the office or want to interact with the people around me.
So I hope you guys enjoyed our first podcast, and do give us your suggestions. What topics do you want us to discuss on our podcast? And now I'm going to say the most creative and out of the box thing. Please do
Like,
share.
Subscribe.
please what? Like, share and
Like,
subscribe.
share, and subscribe.
Come join us.
Come join us.
Okay, so